During his early career, Charlie Woods, who is the son of Tiger Woods, has been confronted with one of the most challenging situations. Since the very first time he swung a club, Tiger Woods' son Charlie has been preparing himself for the limelight and has displayed flashes of brilliance. This has caused the golf world to be humming with excitement. It has seemed as though Charlie's rise to the top was predetermined, with every birdie, bogey, and even the slightest blunder being amplified. Charlie's natural swing and calm manner have garnered acclaim from some of the finest players in the world, and golf media sites have referred to him as the next big thing before he has even played a full round of professional golf. Nevertheless, over the course of the last few months, he has begun to observe cracks in his trip. Charlie has shown that he is capable of holding his own in the junior circuit, and has even been dominant at times. The fact that he was chosen to compete in the Junior Invitational at Sage Valley was a significant indication of confidence from those who run the sports world. It was suggested by Golf Monthly that Charlie was exactly where he needed to be in order to be considered among the most elite prospects in the world. With pressure increasing behind the scenes from Maul's media and potentially even from within his own group, the story is no longer a one-sided account. Without allowing Charlie the years of growth or the opportunity to slip and stumble that he has, everyone wants Charlie to be Tiger Woods. However, this is not possible. The next thing that happens in Charlie Woods' story is that he experiences irritation, interference from fans, in a performance that leaves the golfing world in a state of bewilderment. The anticipation was through the roof, and Charlie Woods was about to take the stage in a setting that was unlike anything he had ever experienced before. The pre-qualifier for the Cognizant Classic was not merely a junior tournament or a showcase for players that were invited only. Rather, it was an entry point into a PGA Tour competition. As a result of Charlie Woods' performance at the Palm Beach Gardens qualifier, which was 16 over par, golf fans were left astonished and unhappy. Woods' ability to concentrate and maintain his composure was negatively impacted when the crowd, which included hecklers and a large gallery, became out of control. Every single hole turned into a slog against par and against a crowd that didn't appear to know where the line was. The swing, which was generally smooth, started to look rushed, tight, and defensive. According to Yahoo Sports, the commotion that surrounded Woods was unlike anything that is generally witnessed in pre-qualifying tournaments. Not only did this performance leave golf fans in a state of disbelief, but it also cast a stain on what had the potential to be a momentous celebration for the young Woods. There was a sea of diversions, poor etiquette, and pressure that no youngster should ever be forced to carry, and it washed away the chance for him to prove himself against mature men and make a statement to silence those who had doubts about him. On the other hand, Charlie was thrown to the wolves and did not choke. This was not a quiet pre-qualifier with a few devoted followers watching from a distance. Rather, it was a media circus with the worst aspects of celebrity culture put into a situation that was supposed to be about focusing on routine and self-discipline. The terrible round that took place at the Cognizant Classic is just the beginning of a more in-depth discussion regarding pressure protection and the determination of how much is too much. After Charlie Woods' underwhelming performance at the Cognizant Classic, the golfing community has been split down the middle. Reactions have been divided, with some being sympathetic and others being less so. These reactions have come from professionals on the PGA Tour as well as anonymous insiders. There are many who contend that the event was a circus because of the huge number of spectators and the lack of control over the throng, which turned it into a spectacle. Some individuals are of the opinion that the golfing community is either putting Charlie in a position to fail or pushing him to an impossible standard. Players have expressed their opinions with caution, with some players quoting a contributor to Golf Monthly who stated, "What Charlie went through in Florida is something that most professionals don't face until the weekend of a major." Even former teammates who played with the elder Woods during the height of his dominance have subtly expressed concern about his performance. They have witnessed the mental exhaustion that may result from participating in this sport, which, when combined with the fervor of the media, the expectations of a generation, and the weight of a renowned surname, can quickly lead to burnout. On the other hand, not everyone is making an expression of sympathy. There are many who believe that Charlie has to beef up, and there have even been some sports radio segments that have questioned whether or not he is just another hyped up name that has no game to back it up. Considering that each round is a vote on his future, the true question is whether or not the structure that surrounds him will allow him to be successful. Golf is a mental game as much as it is a physical one, and the unrelenting focus may have a greater impact on Charlie's mental game than any swing instructor could ever hope to achieve. The challenge that lies ahead is not only about performance, rather it is about resiliency, balance, and finding a way to survive in the spotlight without allowing it to define you. It's no longer simply about golf anymore, of course. For a period of time, the narrative of Charlie Woods was filled with nothing but excitement and potential, and every swing that he took was covered in the media. However, as the tournaments progressed, the harsh truth of the situation became more apparent, as it has not been a single difficult experience. The narrative of Charlie Woods, a young golfer, is not about him winning major championships at such a young age. Rather, it is about him discovering how difficult it is to achieve greatness. Considering the amount of media attention, the excitement surrounding sponsorships, and the pressure to play on major platforms, some people are beginning to question whether or not Charlie's game is as unique as the branding indicates it is. On the other hand, this is not the dominance that many people anticipated, and it might be the dose of realism that we all require. It is not that Charlie is posting record-breaking rounds or cruising to awards. Rather, he is battling, which makes the story more genuine and sympathetic to the audience. Charlie's performance in the US OSU Open qualifier was so poor that he was no longer in the running for the tournament. The numbers don't lie. However, he did show up, which is sometimes more important than the leaderboard. His performance as a junior amateur did not live up to the expectations that were set for him. These occurrences will have a significant impact on the subsequent chapter, making them possibly the most significant aspect of his development. Whether or not Charlie is able to endure everything else that comes with the moniker is the question that needs to be answered today. The Junior Invitational at Sage Valley, which is widely considered to be among the most renowned junior golf competitions found anywhere in the world, is the next tournament. This tournament is not simply a fun run, rather it is a tough competition where the absolute finest junior golfers from all around the world compete against each other. In the eyes of Charlie, this is not only an opportunity to compete, but also an opportunity to start again with the story. The golfing community is keeping a close eye on Tiger Woods to see how he reacts to the increasing amount of pressure and the increasing volume of the headlines. Will Tiger, in order to give Charlie some breathing room, take a step back, or will he double down and intensify the competitive edge that was the foundation upon which the Woods enterprise was founded in the first place? The test might be considered the ideal examination in Sage Valley because it is competitive without being chaotic and regarded without the presence of a professional level gallery. This presents Charlie with the opportunity to fight based on his merits, without the presence of fans yelling his name or cameras following his every move. It is golf in its purest form, but the pressure is still very much present as well. If you have a strong performance in Sage Valley, everything could be different. In the event that things go in the opposite direction, the difficulties will persist, the pressure will increase once more, and the scorecard will once again reflect disappointment. Regardless of whether it is a matter of atonement or additional shock, all eyes are on Sage Valley.